Hello guys, this is DJ's Crazy and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to talk about the 2.9 test server, and I didn't expect that they would change existing weapon that much in this update, but they did, and also they made a couple of changes on the dash robot, and then some changes on the heavy machine gun too. So the dash robot received two changes, being the speed decrease to 30 kilometers per hour, previously being 35, and then the cooldown time reduced to 17 seconds, previously being 20. And also the Tulumbas, Pin and Pinatas. They introduced a new mechanic, which is reloading while firing. Of course, this is not new, I've seen it before with the Orkan, but it's a welcome change. I mean, I love that mechanic, and I would love to see it in action with these three missile weapons. Also the heavy machine gun, the damage per hit was reduced to 1,530, previously being 2,400, and also the fire rate has also been changed, 3.4 bullets per second. So that's pretty tremendous change there, and I think it's going to be better than the one before, because I really didn't like the one before. It was just way too slow, and just didn't really do much damage, to be honest. So let's go right into battle and see it all in action. So first I'm going to try the Tulumbas with the new heavy prototype dash robot. This robot, actually, to me, it's already pretty slow. I don't really know why they decreased the speed even more now. It really makes no sense to me whatsoever. But the Tulumbas is awesome. I always like the idea of Orkans, having the ability to reload while firing. It's just awesome. I mean, it's sort of, to me, the reload time is just way too long. What was it, like 17 seconds or something along that line previously with the Tulumbas? And the range isn't that long as well. It's only 500 range, and there's a long reload time, and I just didn't like it, to be honest. I do use it, but I just didn't like it. It's too slow to me. But this time round, I like it very much, because now when you compare it to the Trident, because Trident has such a long range, 600 meters, and also the reload time is shorter than the previous Tulumbas, which makes it so unfair. Especially the Trident has such a huge damage per hit, so I don't see why the Tulumbas or Pins or Pinatas, they can't get an upgrade or a buff, because that way the match would be a lot more balanced, and you see a lot more Tulumbas being used, and to go against Tridents, in my view. That's really the whole idea, to make the game more balanced. I think it's a great move, because I hate to see people overuse the Tridents. I just hate it so much. In the future, I would like to see either this reload while firing ability, or shorter reload time. That's it. It's either this or that. Please don't not buff it, because it really needs to, the Tulumbas, in my view. Next, I'm going to use the Theory with 3 heavy machine guns. And for me, I don't really use machine guns that often. I can't give too much view on it. But the previous version I didn't like, because the firing rate is way too slow and isn't really accurate. Although it has a massive damage per hit point, but to me it's just not accurate enough. It's really ineffective against faster robots. You might miss the target, and then nothing really happens, and it's sort of useless to me. But now the firing rate is much faster, 3.4 bullets per second, which is pretty nice, pretty neat. and I do see a lot more different with this weapon, and I think using it with along with other machine guns will be pretty effective to me. But I would like to point out this heavy machine gun isn't really effective against energy shield, which is a problem. I see people would prefer using, Zeus or Turbojet, or the Tridents. I don't. To me, it's still not my. It won't really be my my weapon of choice, really. Next, I really want to try the Lancelot with 2 Tulumbas and the heavy machine gun. See how that works. It should be pretty interesting. Alright, this map is the new map, and obviously they added in the textures, previously being just grey and boring. Now I'm just gonna try, definitely need to try the Pinatas with the Orcans. Damn, this setup is so awesome, and this is definitely going in to my setup. I've always liked the idea previously with the Pinatas. Yeah, I liked it, and I don't think the reload time is all too bad, but having this would mean a game changer for Griffins, even more. I mean, there's already quite a powerful setup with the Griffin, with Pinatas and the Orcan, but with this you do way more damage, I think, because when you run out of Pinatas, you're basically doomed, because you only have 2 shots per second with the Orcans. But now with the Pinata, it's gonna be a lot better, I think, a lot better, and especially against the Aphids, Orcan Griffins. They are, in my view, quite powerful. I think that's the only thing that could potentially beat this setup, this Pinata Orcan setup. But with this, it might have a slight advantage, or maybe a slightly more balanced gameplay, if that happens. Also, because the Pinatas is quite, the reload time is quite long, and for robots like Leo, and robots with primarily light weapon slots, would greatly benefit by this upgrade or buff, however you like to call it. The Lancelot now is going to be next, and I'm very excited to see how this performs. Because for me, the Lancelot has an advantage with a heavy weapon slot, and also 2 mediums. I mean, I personally use the Thunder, but really, because of how slow the Lancelot is, I don't really know whether I should use it, in a close combat. Yes, I can definitely use a energy shield for Lancelot, but I can't afford it right now. But using this Lancelot in sort of like a mid-range setup, it's definitely quite interesting to see. As you can see, the Tulumbas and the heavy machine gun doesn't really do much to the energy shield. That's really a downside with this setup. But maybe just me. I don't see it being really effective against energy shields. But yeah, it's not too bad, but it's not great either, because the clip is so small. The heavy machine gun, it only has 50 bullets each clip, each reload. So by the time you taken the energy shield down, you've got to reload for 10 seconds, and that's the time when the energy shield regains energy, which pretty much, to me, it's sort of, nah, it's useless sort of thing, you know. Let's see. In this particular map, because it's my first time playing this map, so I do apologize if I do perform badly. I'm not quite sure about the whole layout yet. Next, I want to see if the Encelot would be better with the Tulumbas instead of the heavy machine gun. I don't really know how it performs in the battle with the energy shield on the Lancelot, because I don't have one yet. But I think it would be quite effective having this set up. Of course, the Orkan would be also good, but this being a mid-range weapon. Also, you're sort of a quite slow robot. I think it would actually do slightly better, in my opinion, or even as good as the Orkan, I think, because I don't understand why the shield on the Lancelot is that weak. I don't understand why. The Galahads, I literally had one Thunder and 2 Tyrans running on my Lancelot, and I kept shooting at one of the Galahads in battle for absolutely ages, for the shield to be, because by the time I've broken its shield I was already dead, which I think is super unfair, since the price tag on the Lancelot is double the price of that Galahad. I could have bought 2 Galahads with, you know, a better health than the Lancelot, which makes it quite unfair in my situation. But probably people would say the Lancelot is too overkill, but too overpowered. But really, with that price tag, you ought to have something OP with it, really. Like the Fury. You know, Fury, you can have energy shield on it. You can have 3 Zeus. You can have 3 whatever you want. Pretty OP. They're all long range weapons. You get loads of damages with it. So I don't understand why the Lancelot can't have a bit more abilities or a bit more benefit to it, since it is truly expensive. 5,000 gold. I spent such a long time getting 5,000 gold to get one. I have 2, and it took me a very long time. I couldn't even remember how long it was. But yeah. I also like the heavy dash robot with running on Tyrans, but I seriously, after the sort of the downgrade of the previous medium robot, I just think this one is too weak now. You know, I don't like the shield. It's not a front shield. It's like a small side shield, and I don't really find it at all useful. You know, not at all. And also, it's too slow to escape any firing or anything. The cooldown is way too slow. Yeah, like I said in my last video, I would like to see it either you nerf something and then buff something up. You know, you don't nerf the whole thing down and then, you know, increase ability, you know, bit by bit. That would be sort of unfair. Maybe you can decrease the cooldown time, increase the dash distance or height, or make the robot slightly faster, or a bigger shield, you know, or just generally make the game more fun by you know, balancing the nerf and buffs. You know, if you're gonna nerf something down, buff something up, vice versa, to make the whole thing fair. So now this is the new design for this robot. I don't quite know how to pronounce this robot's name, but it looks tremendous. It looks really nice. It looks sleek, modern, enough paired with a heavy machine gun, and let's see how it performs. This is a fast robot, so I guess it might have some sort of like an advantage to use this, you know, sort of weapon, because you don't deal fast damages. That's one downside of machine guns. You sort of spend a long time to take a part of their health down. So what I suggest is use a quicker robot when you're using a machine gun, because when you're firing for such a long time, you're exposed to danger. You're exposed to being shot at. So by having a quicker robot like this particular robot, the carnage would totally be a lot more suitable, in my view, because as soon as you get into a line of fire or anything, you can just move away, then continue firing. You know, just sort of pop up like guerrilla tactic, pop up and shoot and stuff. I think that's one way to go about using this weapon effectively. So next, I want to see how you combine with other machine guns and how effective it would be to use it against shields and, you know, normal robots. Also, one thing I like about the heavy machine gun is the acceleration mechanic, but I would actually like to see it improved by make the mechanic kick in slightly sooner, because if you fire it for amount of time, you already shot through like a bit of your magazine, which is like, you don't get many, you only get 50 bullets. By the time you've been shooting, like 10 bullets is already gone. So the actual time when you are using the acceleration mechanic would be, you know, not long. So I would like to see maybe just slightly magazine increase, maybe to like 80 or at least 80 or 100. You know, that way would make the acceleration mechanics slightly more meaningful. Yeah, I like it. I like this combination of machine guns. I think it does reasonable damage, and it does have good range. Gotta give him that. Right, I think this is a good time to wrap it up. I think so far the missile sort of upgrade with the mechanic would be another great change with the whole buff thing. It really makes the game more balanced, because people will be, you know, more inclined to use Tulumbas, you know, instead of Tridents, and that's really one way to stop Tridents or go against it. So thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, please comment down below. Thank you so much. Bye.